Now let's take a look at the results. In the first half of 2024, the group's total operating revenue increased 22% year-on-year to RMB 11.25 billion. The GP margin stood at 21.5%, reflecting a 7.4 percentage points. The notable improvement was driven by the mild recovery in the smartphone sectors, improved product mix, mainly from acoustics, optics, precision mechanics, as well as continued improvement in operational efficiency, and also the consolidation of PSS. The recorded revenue is RMB 9.75 billion with a GP margin of 20.9%. PSS consolidation contributed a revenue of RMB 1.52 billion with a GP margin of 25%. And also the group's net profit amounted to 537 million. In the first half, the group remained prudent in financial management, continued to strive for the strong cash position. And the group operating cash inflow amounted to 2.65 billion, improved by 29.1%. Net gearing ratio stood at 6%. Cash on book is RMB 7.81 billion. The inventory turnover days were 71 days, improving by 9 days from 80 days as of 31 December 2023. And then we'd like to share with you the performance by business segments. Acoustics business. And in the first half, the group's acoustics business recorded a revenue of 3.46 billion, representing an increase of 4.1% year-on-year. The gross profit margin reached 29.9%. And the combo series is an innovative 2-in-1 acoustic and electromagnetic products shipped close to 4.5 million units, providing customers with a wide range of product choices. Automotive and consumer acoustic products business. We are very happy to see that PSS related business consolidation contributed a revenue of RMB 1.52 billion with a gross margin of 25%. The group's automotive acoustics business continued to make breakthroughs, and the synergy with PSS has been progressing well. After the acquisition, the group will also accelerate expansion in both overseas and domestic markets and continue to supply mid to high-end models to leading NEVs. The group is exploring vertically integrated solution of loudspeakers, amplifier, and algorithms, and the tuning services. And also actively plan its high-performance products to penetrate first-tier automotive companies globally. Optics business. In the first half of 2024, optics business reported revenue of 2.21 billion, up 24.9% year-on-year, mainly driven by the recovery in the optic industry, higher shipments, and improved ASP. The GP margin increased to 4.7%, significantly improvement of 21.7 percentage points Y-on-Y, and also the premiumization of plastic lenses has been progressing well, with the 6P lens maintaining more than 15% of the total shipment. Camera modules also saw steady growth in both shipment volume and ASP. And the 1G 6P hybrid lenses shipment rose by nearly 40% Y-on-Y to nearly 1.5 million units. The proprietary WLG technology has been gaining positive feedback from smartphone OEMs. It has a unique advantage of unibody modeling, which greatly improves the production efficiency and precision to meet customers' demand for innovation. And the group is proactively collaborating with the customers in advanced development of more high-end and flagship models. Electromagnetic drives and precision mechanics business. This consolidated segment generated revenue of RMB 3.66 billion, noting a year-on-year increase of 1.1%. And the GP margin for the combined segment stood at 22.9%. And the electromagnetic drives business saw a notable growth in the gross margin, which was largely fueled by the group's high-performance XX models and the product mix improvement. The cumulative shipments of the group's XX linear motor are expected to exceed 1.9 billion. And we also have this first mass production shipment of the new form of extendable lens transmission VCM motor module, and with its ultra-thin 3 mm thickness. The group has maintained a stable relationship with the various core customers in precision mechanics, which contributed to a top-line increase in many products, such as the metal hinges, heat dissipation, and the laptop enclosure business. And it also will have this kind of hinge product shipments was nearly 500,000 units in the first half of 2024. Heat dissipation products increased by almost 100%. And we also see this is a capacity build in Yangzhou began to ramp up. The group's market share in overseas customers' laptop enclosure is steadily growing. Let's take a look at the sensor and semiconductor business. In the first half, revenue from the sensor and semiconductor business amounted to 389 million, down by 21.2%, mainly due to delay in new projects into the second half of 2024. And we also have the shipment and the proprietary high-performance MEMS microphone with a shipment proportion of Android mid to high-end products, rising 15 percentage points to over 60%, spearheading industry. After sharing the financial performance by segments, let's focus on the business highlights and the strategic development. The group have developed a compact acoustic platform that achieved a significant amplitude of up to 0.65 mm, enhancing energy density in a confined space. The dual-coil coaxial product will soon be launched in flagship models with an improved frequency response. Haptics, the group has the industrial original acoustic and motor integration design that saved the stacking space while providing excellent sound and a tactical experience, realizing the greater synergy. An ultra slim series is tailored for the slim devices with the lightweight design of just 2 mm. Optics, G+P solutions actively being advanced with multiple clients, and also the light intake can be increased by 15%. And we can also realize the prism on OIS. And in terms of the precision manufacturing based on the raw materials and simulation design, and we have become the top-notch heat dissipation supplier and providing the clients with an ultra-thin and hinge solution and can reach the thickness of 2.84 mm and improve impact resistance by more than 100%. And we are creating the ultimate experiences and leading the upgrade of the smart devices. At the same time, with the new technologies emerging and also the faster development of AI, and our group is also seizing the opportunities. And there are two opportunities. The first one is about the terminal AI's launch requires higher heat dissipation design. And secondly, the MEMS microphone as the core component of the voice pickup will significantly benefit from spec upgrades. The trend towards device slimness is driving increased demand for ultra-thin components such as an actuator and speakers. Our group's latest acoustics and electromagnetic products are more than 50% thinner than the conventional specifications. And we are continuing to explore the motors application in optic modules. And the self-proprietary technology is highly recognized by the customers. And we think in the future, the ultra-thin phones will accelerate the demand for the retractable camera modules. The future automotive market outlines the second growth curve for the group, and the PSS product portfolio covers high-performance classic car speakers and various sizes, including low, medium, high, and full range, providing high-quality sound experience for customers, penetrating first-tier automotive companies globally. After completing the acquisition, the group will also accelerate its expansion in both domestic and overseas markets. And the group exploring a variety and vertical integration solutions of the loudspeakers and the tuning services, etc. The above is my introduction of the interim results. We can start the QA session. And please press the raise hand button in the Zoom or leave the message to the host in the chat room. Please introduce yourself before asking questions. Let's take the first question. It's from CICC, Wang Tianqing. Please go ahead. Thank you, management, for your time, and we are very happy to see the outstanding performance in the first half of 2024. We have also seen that the AI content is increasing in the smartphone, and we are glad to see there are a lot of integration of your products in the smartphones. So with the AI's emerging opportunities, and how do you foresee your product portfolios in the individual module value increase, and also your future collaboration in the big North American client? Would you like to share more about this information to all of us? Thank you. I'd like to answer this question. In recent years, and the smartphone market has entered a relatively steady development, and we stick to the value improvement principle. And we will increase our value by the high performance and the quality. At the same time, we will provide the same performance with the lower cost products. So in the speakers and motor, as well as our heat dissipation products, the strategies are consistent. And it includes the combo and Android motor penetration to the lower or mid to low end products, and all the operation and the practices in line with our value first principle. The AI development at present, we paid more attention to its development, but at present we are still stick to the customer value based strategy. And in terms of the voice increase as well as the future demand raised by AI, we think this kind of change will be occurred in the next 1 or 2 years. And in different models, different model changes triggered by AI, we will also face a lot of challenges. You can see the ultra thin models and the foldable models and ultra thin foldable models, and those are the mega trend. The ultra thin model will have a higher requirement of the inner space. So in the future, the speakers and hinge and the dissipation and heat dissipation, we need to strive for the ultra thin trend, and this also provided opportunities for us. In the future, or in the second half of the year, or even in the next year, this will be more obvious. So the growth at present are driven by the product portfolio improvement and our diversification. And AI smartphone is launched this year, and a lot of new AI functions are launched, and I believe there will be new AI functions and next year, and those functions and new changes will be more systematic, and the ramping up of the volume will also be more obvious next year, and we believe that next year will be the this standardized or this starting year for this AI function and the smartphones ramping up and growth. With regard to our customers, we have a very good relationship with our US clients and including other clients, and we want to provide a sustainable products and services to our clients, both in the domestic and overseas market. Thank you. Next question. My second question is about the optical business, and we see a strong recovery in the optics in the first half of the year. So I'd like to know more about the outlook in the second half, for example, the shipment volume as well as the GP margin. Now, do you have any guideline and any guideline or target of a net profits? And WLG's shipments in the first half was promising. And what's the outlook of its shipment in the second half? And what are the clients of the WLG? So, any expectation of the volume in the second half? Thank you. Thank you for your question. In terms of the optics, I will give you some figures. And as for the development of WLG, and Mr. Dunn will supplement. As far as we know, the total revenue of the optics is 2.21 billion, and the GP margin is also in decrease. And the comprehensive GP margin is about 5%, and this is 22% year-on-year growth. Plastic lens, and the revenue is 490 million, and the GP margin is 16 to 17%, and a year-on-year growth of 27%. And we see the plastic lens for the whole year. The environment is good, and also the value is sound. So for the full year of this year, we think the shipment volume will be increased by 5 to 9%. And the sales will increase about 20 or above 20%. And the GP margin increase. GP margin for the first half is about 16 to 17%, as mentioned before. And in the second half, we will hope to achieve 25% with the product mix and also efficiency enhancement. Modules. The shipment volume of the full year is about 20% growth, and the sales value is about 40% growth. So we think in the full year, the revenue of the optics can achieve a 25% growth. The net profits in the second half and in the fourth quarter, and we will turn positive. And the net profit will also have a very positive development in the second half.
OK 那个我回答一下刚才对 WLG 客户的这方面的一个进展啊。今年的话，
With regard to the WLG, as you can see, the shipment volume is going up. And in this year, we also followed this growing trend. The shipment volume cycle is long, and this year and next year, and the shipment will continue. In terms of the new clients acquisition, and you can also see the good development of the new clients based on our outstanding performance, and then all our customers are interested in WLG, this technology. So with our efforts this year, we believe the high-end projects from some key clients or big clients will be launched. And the revenue contribution will be made next year, and the shipment volume of the smartphone can reach over 10,000 units, and the WLG, and also this prisms, and also casting processing, and also recognized by the Android clients, and also the telelens is the potential market. The WLG prisms market is very important, and this has become a very core components to many clients. Apart from the smartphones, the automotive cameras, as well as the sports cameras, their shipment is over 1 million. And the next year, this will be several million. And for the pure glass lens, we use the WLG to replace the conventional glass. And we have this advantages, and we have the confidence for the WLG's growth. It also is reflected in our capacity and our preparation of the mass production in the overseas market. So the WLG is the important driving force of our future growth. Thank you. Thank you, management's answers, and thank you, Tianqing's question. Next question is from Andy Mo from Morgan Stanley. Thank you, Joyce. Good afternoon, leaders and management. First, I would like to congratulate on your sound performance. My question is about the AI smartphone and heat dissipation. And you talked about the growth of next year is higher. And we saw in number of 150 million units in your report. So with the rapid growth of AI, whether this volume and the value can be grown to over 1 billion or higher figure. And what's the outlook of its value? So whether this segment has a potential of 1 or 2 billion. There are different categories in our heat dissipation, and conventional is the bronze type for the heat dissipation. And the biggest challenge of the bronze was the size. And then this heat dissipation VCs changed from the bronze to stainless steel. So from the low, mid, and products, they will use this stainless steel heat dissipation, but this heat dissipation function is not as good as the bronze. And the high performance or ultra thin heat dissipation is the trend in the industry. And both in the smartphones and the laptops, or even the MRR and AR, VR, and they will also use this high performance ultra thin heat dissipation. And they will have higher requirements of its thickness and performance. At least in the smartphone, the high performance bronze heat dissipation, the cost is about 10 RMB. And with the AI's development, this kind of high performance will return to the market. And the timeline, I think this will be penetrated in the market in next year or the year after next year, in 2025 to 2027. If the penetration rate can reach 20 to 25%, and the market for AAC can easily exceed it over 1 billion. And this kind of heat dissipation will be firstly applied in the smartphones because the chips are integrated. And when these integrated chips can be extended to the laptops and other devices, and this ultra thin heat dissipation products will be expanded its market. So in the next 3 years or more, and this market potential can exceed 1 billion. But where's the ceiling? We still need to observe the client's demand. And we need to provide an AI with a high performance transformation and transmission and energy. And AAC has its strategic plan on this regard. Apart from these heat dissipation products, with our manufacturing capability and all the VCs automatically manufactured. And we also have our upgrade plan on our automation. And this will help us to reduce the cost and also help the development of the industry. Thank you. It's very clear. Thank you. And this question. Next question is from Xiajun and Liu Ling. Please go ahead. Thank you, Joyce. Good afternoon. In the first half, and the GP margin has significantly improved. You also mentioned the product mix improvement. So do you have any breakdown of the product mix and any improvement of specific segments? And any breakthroughs in the acoustics and optics? Thank you.
我记得我们材料里面有简单提到，比如说声学，我们现在看
In our
到
reports, we
今年的 AAC
mentioned
可能去年底可能有
the
可能有
ASP
一个
of
放
the
水市场，
acoustics,
然后也
and
看到
the
说
growth is a
这
double
个手机
digit.
市场稳定之后，大家还是要
Smartphone
升级的，
market
所以我们的出货量从今年来看
market is more
也有
stable,
比较明显的一个
and
出货
with the
量的
stable
提高。
development,
这里
and
面
our
主要
shipment
有
volume
几
will be
个
increased.
新的产品的推广吧。第一个还是
It
我们
includes
这个
several new
这个
products
大政府的
promotion,
减
and the first one is the
因为现在手
SLS
机里面的这个一是
structure
功耗有瓶
products,
颈，第二还是体积有限，因为
because
客
in
户
the
如果希望
smartphone,
有更好的声
the
音的话，还是需
power
要投入更大的体
requirement
积，需要
is
生产
high,
做好。所以我
but
们
the
用新的
space
技术，
for
也就是大
the
政府把
size is
性能做得
limited.
更高，同样
So
通过
we
平台化
use
把
this
那个成
structure
本做
to
做了一个
enhance the
比较适当的一个
performance
控制吧。所以这样子而
and
言，
also
所有的
control the cost
所有的高
based on
性
the
能的产品，
platform.
包括
So all
近
the
代的话，
high
大概在
high performance
2500到
products,
3000
including the
2000 左
mid
右，为上水
performance
平已经
products,
开始往 FLS 这个
which
水平开始
of
做升级。所以我们认为这个升级的这个渗透率将
500
来
or
会
the
持续，
2500
而且这里
products
面就
will
像
be
刚刚讲，它有
upgraded
2个大的趋势在推
with
动，
the
一个
SLS
是超
structure,
薄
and
手
this
机
kind of upgrade
超
will
薄手机的一
continue
些导入，第二个就是折叠机的导入。
because of the new
所以
trend.
折叠机里面的空间需
The
要比平板
ultra
机还
thin
更精细一些，所以
models
折
and
叠
the
机
foldable
在不拉
models.
屏幕的前提下，还想维
So the
持同
foldable
样的性能，或
models,
者甚
if
至
they want to
更好的性
maintain
能
the
的
same
话，还
performance
是
or even
要
better
用
performance,
就
they
是
need
我们的一些
this
SLS 也是把这个
structure
性能、体积以及功耗做比较好的一个
and
平
to
衡。
balance the
所以我认为
performance and
SLS 将来
power
会是一个
and
长
the
久趋
size.
势。
So
第
the
二个就是我们刚刚说
SLS
的
it will
一
be
些
the
持续的一些产品组合
trend,
的优化，
and
这里面有2个方向，一个就
in
是
terms of
大容
our
量，也就
low
是说
and
你中
mid
阶的手
end
机，因为
products,
在一些比如说一些发达国家或者一
and
些
in
一
some
些比较嘈杂的环境下，大家还是需要更
noisy
好的音量的，所以我们会有一些
environment,
大
and
音
they
量的产
need
品，
the
在维持
higher
同样的一个价格
voice
下，但
volume,
同样或
and
高
we
一
will
点点的一
maintain
个价
the
格下，但
higher
是提
voice
高
volume
可能
of our
30%或 50%
products,
更高的这个音量性能，来帮
and
助
we will
客户
increase 30 to
体
50%
现
of the
它的
voice volume
体
in
现它的
our
体验的差异化。这个思路
low
我们基
and
本上也已
the
经走
mid
所以我
end
们
products,
大音量
and
产
to
品
have a
像今年
differentiation
已
with
经
other
出
products.
货超
So
过
the
5000万
large
颗，后面我认
voice
为这个
volume
趋势还
products,
会持续。
the
还有一个
shipment
就是
volume this year is
马
over
达跟 马
5,000,
达跟 speaker 的整合，我们
and
的
also
combo 产品
the
在去
combo
年年底已经
products
量产了，今年
of
还
a
在
motor
持续
and
进
a
行推广，
speaker
持续进行整个市场的
will
一个渗
continue
透。
to
所以我认为
promote
combo
and
把
penetrate
马
in
达跟
the
speaker
market.
2合一，合到一个空
And
间，
the combo is a
空间
combination of a
一个
motor
空间下
and a
手，
speaker,
然后价格也有所优化，所以这个趋
and
势也是
within the one
比较
space. And this kind of price is
针对将来一
further
些比较
optimized,
更
and
创
we
新一些
have
产
these
品，比如说
advantages.
你刚刚提出
Some new
刚刚
products,
说的这
for
个升降
example,
式的这个摄像头，
the
或者将来折叠机
retractory
实际上我们电机
cameras,
甚至
as
还
well
是
as
会
the
做更
motors,
多超薄高性能
and
机
we
子的
will
创新的突
make
破。
more
所以我
ultra
认为这里
thin
面实际上接
models
下来
and
可
to
能
make
1年到
breakthroughs.
1年半吧，
So
应该
in
也
the
会
next
有更
year
多的
and
一些里程碑
in the
学
next
习
1 or
的。
2 years, and we
那因
want
为
to
这些创
achieve
新可能时
milestone
间周期
breakthroughs.
会比较长一点，所以我认为这里可
Innovation
能
is
会需要
time.
1年半到2年甚
We
至3
think
年才能看
1
到这个整个市
and a
场
half
的这个
year or
快速
2
的这个渗
years,
透。但
and
从客
you
户
will
选型
see
和
the
客
market
户的一些
penetration.
需求的角度，我们已经
But
看到这
from
方
the
面的
demand of
项
the
目的这个开发
customers,
和项目的
we
开始
have
跑速度，
already
可能
witnessed
最快可
the
能会有
development
对
of the
象是在
products
今年
and
年
the
底或今
introduction
年
of the
下半年
products.
就直接开始上市。
And some products will be launched in the end of this year in the market. Thank you. It's very clear. Frank He from HSBC, please go ahead.
谢谢 Joyce， 恭喜管理
Thank you,
层
Joyce.
今年上半年取得非常
Congratulations on
亮
your
眼的
interim
成绩。我
results.
有2个问题想请教一下，第一就是
I have 2
关于
questions.
这个
The first
WLG 还
question
有
is
或者说未来的这
WLG
个模造的这样一
and
个路
also
线的这样一个看
the
这个
future
看法。
the
那因为其
modules
实我们之前理解就是 WLG 它的这个单
WLG
个模具能产生的量比
the
较大，但是
individual
从这个规格性能方面可
modules
能还是
volume
相
is
对模造
large,
会有些劣势。那
but
我也了解到公司
compared
最近在
with
2级
its
包括单
size
个模具的
and
产能方面其
this
实都有做的这样一个提
needs
升。
to
那
be
想知
improved.
道就目
As
前
far
我
as
们
I
这个技
know,
术上
you have made
从客户的反馈
a
以及包括成本端
significant
等等方面，能不能跟大家
improvement
再稍微
in
讲
the
一讲这
yields.
块的这样一个前景吧，在 WLG
So
及
would you like to
谢谢。这第一
would
个
you like to share more information on the WLG's outlook? I'd like to take the question. WLG's technology, I think. So it's not about the GMO combination with other technology. It's more like the semiconductor technology. It depends on the simulation and also crops, as well as the highly precision of the tools and equipment. About a year ago, the WLG is about 1.4 inches, and it was a new technology. And many people think this kind of performance will be lower than the GMO. And this will be higher. Actually, this kind of performance will be higher than the plastic lens, and with the same diameter. So not mentioned in a higher diameter. So this is the definite and affirmative progress we have achieved. And compared with GMO, the individual WLG has a very high performance. In terms of the yield, and for example, there are about 30 pieces in the automotive products, and the yield, the product yield is high, is about 85% to 90% in the car products. And in NPI level, if we can achieve the mass production and this yield, and for example, and we have completed 10 million, and the product yield can reach about 90%. With regard to the cost, and we cannot state here directly, but compared with the GMO, it's only 30 to 40% of its cost if we just compare their costs, or even lower. Because we have these products of GMO, and we can obtain the accurate information of our customers. So if we have a conservative calculation, and this cost can be lower than 40 to or 35 to 40%. So the WLG has an advantage in its function, performance, and cost. Thank you. The semiconductor and also transmission, and we see the revenue was down for the first half, but the GP margin was up. So I'd like to know the reason and whether this kind of growth can be sustained. And from the revenues perspective, can you make an expectation that in the second half or next year, the revenue will have a positive growth? Kevin, can you take the question? Sure, I'd like to answer this. So in the first half of the year, the GP margins growth is mainly due to the self-proprietary microphone. And from last year and to this year, we are promoting the proprietary microphone. And the MEMS and also the A6 are manufactured by ourselves, and we can control the cost well with the abundant shipment volume. This cost is well under control. And with the AI's development, we will continue to promote the proprietary microphone. And we also have a plan to develop the high-end microphone, or more high-end microphones, and to support the clients in both domestic and overseas markets. With the ramping up of our customers, and also the timing of their ramping up, and in the second half, and this mass production will be realized in the second half. And the revenue of the first half is kept flat with last year, but next year, with this high-end microphones introduction, or this high-end mobile phones introduction, and this kind of growth will be speeded up. So next year, and there will be about 3 to 4 pieces used in one high-end cell phones. So starting from next year, we have our good preparation and R&D, and this will support us a rapid development, and we expected next year's the microphones business in both the product portfolio and the proprietary ratio, as well as the profitability, will have a very significant growth, and this AI trend will last at least for 2 to 3 years. And this also paved the way for this development. And we have a good connection with our customers, and the innovation in the R&D is faster than the peers. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we will have a very strong potential in this market. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, management. And next question is from Tina. Thank you, management. I'd like to ask a question about the automotive products, and the PSS has already been consolidated. So in the future, how do you leverage their customers and R&D resources to expand your business? And in your report, we also see in the mid to high-end NEVs, and you have further development. Do you have any price pressure? And what kind of a speed we will adopt in the PSS automotive products? Thank you for your question. And after the acquisition of a PSS, and we have also obtained a very good R&D and customer platforms. So through this customer platform, how do we apply our products into automotives? So this is our plan. As mentioned before, in the microphone and also the algorithm and the motor, and we have already achieved the designs in the platforms. And in the future, and we want to realize our core technologies in the automotives and also make breakthroughs. And this is the important strategy in our automotives. The business growth of PSS and actually is related to the PSS acoustic products. It doesn't only include the speakers, but also the amplifiers and the tuning services, etc. And this can be synergized with AAC's own technology and to provide the customers with the high quality hardwares as well as the outstanding experience. So this is the future growth trend of this business. Next year, we think this growth will be obtained next year, not only in the hardwares, but also the comprehensive development.
Thank
you. So do you have any this growth target? Like some compound goals or long-term growth target in the next 3 to 5 years? The volume can be reached to the volume of our consumer products. 3 to 5 years to achieve this target. Yes. Thank you. I will add a little. And the first product of the mass production is from 2022, and after the acquisition of a PSS. And the competition of our company is largely improved because PSS has a good connection and a customer base in the Europe and the US markets, and its R&D potential is also high. So in the future, we have the plan to further penetrate in the Europe and the US markets, and also speed up the upgrade. And in Chinese markets, and we also have our plans because the automakers breakthroughs and innovations are faster. And we have the mass production in the amplifier and algorithm, and we also have the soon to be microphone. In the next 1 or 2 years, and those products will enter the automakers domestically. And this kind of customers can be introduced to PSS. So the growth of a PSS includes two parts. The first part is its traditional clients and also their products. And the second part is from the new products and the clients from AAC. So in the next 3 to 5 years, with the parallel development of the two markets, we will emphasize the synergy with PSS. And our R&D will also help PSS to enter new markets, for example, the Japanese and the Korean markets. And therefore, in the next 3 to 5 years, those strategies will be implemented step by step. In the short term, PSS will still rely on its convention route in the Europe and the US markets, and to achieve a stable development in the future, this will be expanded. Thank you. And the next question is from Everbright. Wang Yue, please go ahead. Thank you. I'm an analyst from Everbright. Good afternoon, management. My question is about the short-term development. And in the Q4, the outlook of the consumption smartphone is looming, or there will be the sales decline in the market. So what's your outlook of your optics and acoustics, and the growth trend will be maintained in the second half? Or do you have any guidelines or targets of your GP margin in the second half? Thank you. I will answer first part of the question. And for this plan, and also the guideline, and is prudent for this year. And the market we expected this year is about 1.15 to 1.2 billion. And this is a very prudent and conservative. And the second half of the market, or the second half of the year in the market, this kind of a status will be stable. Of course, there are different opinions of our customers, and we will be in line with our customers' expectation because they have their own forecast, and we will based on their forecast to make our plans. And based on their forecast, and our development is relatively steady, and it won't have a big influence on our product selection or model selection because those kind of decisions have already been made in the first half. Product optimization and the shipment volume increase and the ASP improvement, and this kind of opinions won't have a big impact. Of course, there will be different opinions or different voices on the key clients, on different key or big clients, but we have already considered these volatilities in our strategy in the second half, and this won't influence us in the second half. And in the next 3 to 5 years, there will be different trends or tendency in the markets, but we will have our risk management strategy as well. Okay, I will make a supplement on some figures. And for the first half, and as I mentioned before, we talk about the optics and the heat dissipation, and also on other products, and the electromagnetic transmission, and all the growth are stable, and the revenue is 15% higher compared with last year, and it doesn't include the consolidation of PSS. And for the first half, for the full time, and the PSS consolidation is about 3 billion. And the GP margin is also growing about 21.1%, including PSS. For the full year, the second half, in terms of the specification and also the product mix for the full year, and the GP margin, including the PSS, will be higher than the 21.5% to about 22 to 25%. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your question. And next question is from Kane. I have a small question. And the R&D expenditure is increased by 40%. So what's your forecast for the second half and the next year? And this R&D expenses increase is related to the development of new products in the second half of the year. And yes, of course, the second half of the year, the revenue will be higher. So we will have a higher R&D expenses in the first half. And the number of our R&D staff is stable. And we think, and we have an average and the kind of a balanced R&D expenses for the full year. And we want to help our customers to do the upgrade and experience upgrade. And this will have more projects development. So it seems the R&D expenses are higher. But in the next 1 or 2 years, and this kind of expenses will be stabilized. Yes. And this is a kind of secular impact. And some R&D are made in the first half. And this will also trigger the growth of the revenue of the second half. And the R&D expenses are always about 7 to 5%, and we control it at this rate. Thank you very much. Thank you, management's answers. And the last question is from Haitong Securities. Good afternoon, management. I'd like to congratulate on your interim results and its outstanding performance in the first half. So my first question is about for example, the R&D and the technology restoration or preparation in the haptics and acoustics and optics, etc. And this is also a platform like company. And also we see the development of AI goggles. And the AI goggles will become the advantages of the company. So with regard to the AI goggles, do you have any optic preparation or this instruments capability? Okay, I'd like to take this question. And we are conducting the XR preparation, including the VR and AR. And the first project is about the MR products, including this 2P, 3P, and also other components of the optics or some kind of this refractive optics products. And some products are in the mass production and shipment. And the Meta AI goggles sales, as far as I know, has already achieved over 1 million. And we see the potential of the market need. And this also unleashes the potential of the speakers. And we are collaborating our customers for the mutual R&D, and this kind of products will be launched in the market soon in the next 1 or 2 years. But we need to consider its a smaller size and privacy and high performance. So in the privacy protection, and we have our technology advantages. So in the AI goggles, we think there is a great potential for us. And AI goggles also related to the optics, like this optical display. And we also invested in the optical waveguide, and also these other investments and the semiconductor process. And we are collaborating with our partners to do the design and the simulation. And we see this need of the AI goggles. And there will be some single color AI goggles in the market. And then after next year, there will be color AI goggles. But it also raised a challenge for us. And with our current optics, including AR display and also our structural components and our technology, as a supplier, we can help our customer to upgrade their products and to do their vertical integration. And the AI goggle is relatively simple structural products. If most of the components can be installed by us or integrated by us. And many clients hope us to do this vertical integration, because those wearable devices and also have price pressure. With the AI goggle, it's about over $1,000. This pressure will be high. So in the next 3 to 5 years, and the plan will be more clear and obvious. And we are collaborating with our customers in domestic and overseas on the R&D. Thank you, management. And thank you, your question. Next, we'd like to ask Benjamin Pan to make a summary.
很高兴我看到从我们2020年开始，由 EVP Kevin 带领团队在业务。
And we are very happy to see that we have made a great development since 2020 and the leading of Kevin's team. And we have fulfilled this M&A and other performance. And this 537 million is reflecting our potential growth. The acoustics gross profit has returned to its sound track, and we can achieve the 35% in the near future. And before, we only have this micro acoustics. And with the acquisition of a PSS, we established this customer and a complete whole scenario solution provider. So this will become the growth force, or this driving force for our growth. And acoustics is the first segment of the company of over 10 billion revenue, and in the next 5 years, and it can reach about 20 billion. And for example, this 30 or over 30% GP margin can be maintained. And the PSS, as well as the amplifier, their GP margin of 25% can be maintained as well, with our efficiency enhancement and the cost control. We still have the potential for this growth, and this is the most important segment in our company. Optics. We also entered this sound and a benign development, and the GP margin of the optics, together with the sales growth, will be in line with our products upgrade. As mentioned by Ms. Guo, the shipment volume of this year of our lens is increased by 9%, but the sales revenue, the sales value is increased about 20%. And the GP margin for the first half is less than 17%. And in the second half, we want to achieve the 25%. And the GP margin will be over 25% in the second half. And with the upgrade of the products and the technology improvement, we will also achieve the product use and the efficiency development, and they will pave the great potential for the next year's GP margins growth. G+P, together with the WLG's development, we also see a lot of development, and in the future we will see more mass shipment to our customers, and this will gradually become the highest valuable segment. And the GP margin of the optic modules will be further improved as well. And we want to use 2 years to benchmark with the leading companies in the industry. Certainly, I'd like to talk about the transmission and haptic products. And with its value growth, and in the future, we will spin off this with this precision mechanics. For the first half of the year, with our motor upgrade, especially the Android motor upgrade, our GP margin has already achieved about 30%, and this growth will be maintained. And most importantly, in this segment, we want to achieve the higher growth status and trend in this segment. So this is our expectation for the transmission and this business, motor business. And fourthly, is about our precision mechanics and heat dissipation products. And in the first half, the GP margin is about 18%. And the scale is at present is only about 150,000, but in the future, this potential will exceed 1 billion. At present, we can foresee the 5 billion in the market, and also it has the potential of 10 billion. And next is about the sensor and the semiconductor, and the GP margin is improved. And in the second half, this will be further improved, and the momentum will be kept in the next 1 or 2 years. We also have our self-proprietary R&D. This also driving the value of our products. I would like to kindly remind you that this 537 million profits is not our target. It's also about our potential of the future development. Thank you. Thank you. Our time is constrained. AAC Technologies 2024 interim results announcement has to be concluded. Our results roadshow materials will be uploaded to the company official website. Feel free to contact the company IR team. Thank you. Thank you.